Have you ever found yourself feeling drained or stressed by the people around you, whether they're neighbors or relatives? As we grow older, the dynamics of our relationships can significantly impact our well-being and happiness. In this video, we'll explore 3 types of neighbors to avoid and 3 types of relatives to keep your distance from. Understanding these dynamics is essential because nurturing healthy relationships is key to enjoying a fulfilling and peaceful life in your later years. So stick around until the end to learn practical tips on how to protect your peace and cultivate an environment that truly supports you. Before we begin, I would appreciate it if you liked this video. Your support helps me continue spreading important lessons for people in their later years. If you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend subscribing and turning on the bell so you don't miss any future videos. If you enjoy this video, please comment 1, and if you don't, comment 0 to let me know how I can make better videos for you. Now let's get started. 3 types of neighbors to avoid. 1. The nosy neighbor. A nosy neighbor is often regarded as the unofficial watchman of the neighborhood, possessing an uncanny ability to track nearly every detail happening around them. With a keen sense of observation, they monitor the comings and goings of everyone, often taking it upon themselves to stay updated on your daily activities. You'll frequently find them positioned near their windows or doorways, peering through curtains with a vigilant gaze, as if ensuring that every moment in the neighborhood is captured in their mental ledger. Their interest in your life is far from casual. It becomes a persistent presence that feels intrusive. Conversations with them often blur the line between friendly chit-chat and invasive questioning, making you feel uncomfortable and exposed. For example, they may ask about your recent vacation plans in excessive detail or offer unsolicited advice about your yard's appearance. Their probing often feels like a violation of your privacy, as if they've appointed themselves the keeper of neighborhood propriety. Moreover, they often use social gatherings as opportunities to extract personal information from unsuspecting neighbors, creating an environment where sharing feels more like a burden than a choice. This casual approach to conversation leads to gossip, as the details they gather from one person are passed along to another, reinforcing their role as the neighborhood informant. This dynamic can undermine trust and openness, making residents feel constantly on guard. Why to avoid maintaining a peaceful and enjoyable home environment is crucial, and a nosy neighbor can disrupt that tranquility. Their constant scrutiny can invade your privacy, making it difficult to feel at home in your own space. You may hesitate to enjoy your yard or spend time outdoors, worried that their watchful eyes are tracking your every move. This sense of being observed can lead to self-consciousness, causing you to second-guess even the simplest actions, like watering your plants or entertaining friends. Additionally, their tendency to share unsolicited opinions about your lifestyle choices, from your gardening habits to your choice of guests, can create a palpable sense of judgment and pressure. As you age, the need for solitude and privacy becomes more pronounced, and the presence of a nosy neighbor can undermine the sanctuary you crave. The feeling of being constantly observed can lead to increased anxiety and stress, diminishing your emotional well-being. In such an environment, you might feel isolated and uncomfortable in your own home. To protect your peace, you may need to take steps such as limiting interactions, installing window treatments, or creating barriers that provide the solitude you desire. Setting clear boundaries in your living space is essential to preserving your comfort and well-being. 2. The argumentative neighbor. An argumentative neighbor is a particularly challenging type of person to have in your community. This individual tends to have a confrontational demeanor and seems perpetually ready to engage in disputes, often over trivial matters that many others would overlook. Common sources of contention might include disputes about property lines, noise levels, or even aesthetic choices like landscaping or paint color. They may approach you with an aggressive or accusatory tone, insisting that your choices are offensive or detrimental to the neighborhood. Moreover, the argumentative neighbor often escalates minor issues by bringing them up in community meetings or homeowner association gatherings, rallying others to their side. Their ability to stir up conflict can lead to increased tension and resentment among residents, creating a divisive atmosphere in what should be a harmonious community. Their lack of empathy or understanding for differing perspectives only exacerbates these conflicts. Why to avoid living next to an argumentative neighbor can transform what should be a peaceful home into a source of stress and anxiety. The constant presence of conflict not only disrupts your sense of peace, but it can also create palpable tension that permeates your environment. Over time, the emotional burden of dealing with such an adversarial neighbor can lead to serious consequences for your mental and physical health, including chronic stress, which is linked to cardiovascular disease, weakened immune function, and mental health issues like anxiety and depression. As you age, maintaining a calm and serene home becomes increasingly important. A neighbor who is always ready to argue can significantly undermine these values, turning your community into an arena of discord instead of a haven of peace. Surrounding yourself with neighbors who promote positivity and harmony is essential for your well-being. If you're still watching and finding these lessons helpful, please comment 1 below to let me know. Thank you for your valuable time. The overly demanding neighbor is a common figure in many residential communities, often displaying a range of behaviors that can make neighborly interactions feel uneven and taxing. This neighbor tends to frequently ask for favors, which may begin innocuously with simple requests like borrowing a tool or seeking assistance with minor home repairs. However, these seemingly small favors can quickly escalate into larger, more burdensome demands. They might ask for help with yard work, such as mowing their lawn, raking leaves, or tending to their garden, often overlooking your busy schedule and the tasks you need to complete. In addition to these practical requests, this neighbor may seek your assistance with their pets, whether it's asking you to walk their dog while they are away, or to look after their pets during vacations or unforeseen emergencies. While lending a hand to a neighbor in need can foster community spirit, the overly demanding neighbor often fails to recognize the importance of reciprocity and mutual respect in such relationships. Their habit of relying heavily on your goodwill can create a sense of obligation, leaving you feeling as though you are constantly on call to fulfill their requests. While the essence of community is about helping one another, this particular neighbor tends to push the boundaries of reasonable expectations. Their consistent disregard for your commitments and time constraints can lead to an imbalance in the relationship, where your needs are secondary to theirs. You might find yourself feeling uneasy or anxious when you see them approaching your home, knowing that a new favor is likely on the horizon. Consistently accommodating an overly demanding neighbor can have significant emotional and physical repercussions, leading to a range of feelings from mild irritation to profound resentment and exhaustion. This dynamic can become especially concerning as you enter your later years, a period when it becomes increasingly vital to prioritize your own well-being and personal happiness. Establishing and maintaining boundaries is essential. Without these limits, you may find yourself becoming overwhelmed by the relentless demands of this neighbor. The continuous strain of accommodating their requests can deplete your energy reserves, leaving you little time or motivation to focus on your interests, hobbies, and self-care routines. Instead of creating a warm and welcoming home environment, your space may begin to feel like a source of stress and obligation, robbing you of the tranquility you deserve. Furthermore, as you navigate the complexities and challenges of aging, it is crucial to cultivate relationships that nurture and uplift you, rather than drain your spirit. An overly demanding neighbor can not only hinder your ability to enjoy your own living space, but can also impede your social life, making it challenging to engage with other friends or participate in activities that bring you joy. You might find that your energy is so depleted from constantly accommodating their needs that you struggle to muster the enthusiasm to engage in social events or pursue personal interests you once cherished. Ultimately, it is important to keep in mind that while fostering kindness and community support is vital, these qualities should never come at the expense of your own happiness, health, and peace of mind. Learning to say no, establishing clear boundaries, and prioritizing your own needs will empower you to create a fulfilling life that aligns with your values and desires. By doing so, you will be better equipped to enjoy your later years, allowing for meaningful connections and experiences that enhance your overall quality of life. Moving on to the types of relatives to keep your distance from, one of the most challenging types is the toxic relative. Toxic relatives often present a range of behaviors that significantly impact your emotional and mental well-being. One of the most defining characteristics of these individuals is their ability to bring a persistent undercurrent of negativity into various situations. This negativity often manifests in the form of constant criticism, where they feel compelled to undermine your accomplishments or question your choices. Such remarks can leave you feeling inadequate, unworthy, and unsupported, eroding your self-esteem over time. Their criticisms may be couched in supposedly helpful advice, but often have an underlying intent to control or belittle. In addition to criticism, toxic relatives frequently engage in guilt trips, either intentionally or unintentionally, by invoking feelings of obligation or shame. They may remind you of past sacrifices they've made for you, subtly implying that you owe them in return. This emotional manipulation can create a heavy burden, as you might find yourself prioritizing their needs over your own, resulting in feelings of resentment and frustration. Furthermore, these relatives may exhibit unhealthy behaviors, such as substance abuse or compulsive emotional outbursts. They often resort to alcohol or drugs as a means of coping with their unresolved issues, leading to unpredictable and chaotic interactions. Such behaviors can create an environment filled with turmoil, where conflicts arise frequently and remain unresolved, making the relationship emotionally draining. Maintaining relationships with toxic relatives can have profoundly negative consequences for your mental health and overall emotional stability. The weight of their relentless negativity can seep into your daily life, increasing feelings of anxiety, stress, and depression. This emotional strain can be particularly challenging to manage, especially as you age and face other life challenges. Surrounding yourself with supportive and uplifting individuals becomes increasingly essential during these times. By choosing to distance yourself from toxic family members, you are taking a crucial step toward preserving your peace of mind. This decision allows you to reclaim your emotional space and well-being, creating an opportunity for healthier, more fulfilling relationships. When you step back from toxic dynamics, you can surround yourself with individuals who uplift you, respect your boundaries, and genuinely care about your happiness. This shift in your social circle not only fosters a more positive environment, but also enhances your overall quality of life. In essence, recognizing and addressing the impact of toxic relatives is a vital aspect of self-care and personal growth. By prioritizing your well-being and mental health, you empower yourself to cultivate a support system filled with positivity, love, and understanding. This intentional choice leads to a more fulfilling and peaceful existence, enabling you to navigate life's complexities with greater resilience and joy. Ultimately, stepping away from toxic relationships is not just about avoidance. It is about making room for the nurturing connections that can help you thrive. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 2 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. The financially dependent relative often embodies a pattern of behavior that underscores their reliance on family members for monetary support. This individual may frequently approach relatives with requests for financial assistance, which can range from urgent emergencies, like unexpected medical bills or car repairs, to covering debts incurred due to poor financial decisions or lifestyle choices that reflect a lack of foresight. Their appeals for help can vary in nature, with some framing their requests in ways that elicit sympathy by sharing emotionally charged stories about their struggles and hardships. This tactic is often employed to evoke a sense of obligation or guilt in family members, making it difficult for them to refuse assistance. Rather than actively seeking ways to improve their financial circumstances, such as finding stable employment, creating a realistic budget, or educating themselves about financial management, they tend to rely heavily on the goodwill of those around them. This behavior may suggest an aversion to independence or a lack of understanding of the long-term consequences of their choices, perpetuating a cycle of dependence. Avoiding engagement with a financially dependent relative can lead to a host of emotional and psychological challenges. Providing ongoing financial support can quickly evolve into a source of resentment and stress, particularly when such requests become frequent and routine. Each time this relative turns to you for assistance without demonstrating any meaningful effort to change their financial situation, it can create a deep sense of obligation that weighs heavily on your conscience. This dynamic not only strains personal relationships, but may also foster feelings of being used or unappreciated for your generosity, especially if your own financial stability and plans are put at risk. As you progress through life, particularly during your later years, the importance of safeguarding your financial resources becomes paramount. Your priorities should include planning for your own future needs, whether they pertain to retirement, healthcare, or unforeseen emergencies, rather than continually accommodating a relative's ongoing demands for financial help. Protecting your financial health allows you to maintain independence and security, which are essential as you navigate the complexities of aging. Establishing clear boundaries surrounding financial support is vital in preserving healthier dynamics within your family. This involves engaging in open and honest conversations about your limitations and the necessity of encouraging self-sufficiency. By directly communicating that you are unable to continue providing financial assistance without witnessing a genuine effort on their part to take responsibility for their financial health, you empower them to reassess their habits and strive for a more sustainable way of living. Setting these boundaries may initially create discomfort, but it is an essential step toward fostering mutual respect and understanding. Ultimately, this process encourages the financially dependent relative to explore alternative solutions and make more responsible choices, while allowing you to prioritize your financial well-being and peace of mind. The drama queen relative is a familiar figure in many families, often recognized by their larger-than-life personality and penchant for creating chaos. They possess a remarkable ability to turn even the smallest hiccups into dramatic narratives, transforming mundane events into compelling stories that demand the attention of everyone around them. For instance, a slight headache can become a gripping tale of potential illness, while a simple disagreement can spiral into a full-blown family feud. Their storytelling skills are unmatched as they embellish details to evoke sympathy and captivate their audience, often leaving others feeling compelled to validate their experiences. At family gatherings, this relative can be found at the center of attention, effortlessly commanding the spotlight. They thrive on being the focal point, and their need for affirmation often leads them to hijack conversations, steering discussions away from joyous moments and instead redirecting them to their latest crises. This behavior can create a ripple effect, drawing other family members into their drama and fostering an environment where genuine connections become secondary to the ongoing saga of their lives. In their wake, laughter and lightheartedness can dissipate, replaced by tension and anxiety, as family members navigate the emotional whirlwind they create. Engaging with a drama queen can be emotionally draining, leaving you feeling overwhelmed and stressed. Their constant need for attention and validation can sap your energy and hinder your ability to enjoy the positive aspects of family interactions. Rather than feeling uplifted and connected, you might find yourself bogged down by the weight of their incessant dramas, overshadowing your own experiences and the happiness of those around you. Over time, this dynamic can foster a toxic family atmosphere where negativity and conflict flourish, making it challenging to cultivate the warmth and support that families should embody. As you navigate your later years, the importance of prioritizing peace and nurturing meaningful relationships becomes paramount. Limiting your time with relatives who thrive on chaos allows you to create a more harmonious environment, one that encourages uplifting interactions and emotional well-being. In this space, you can focus on building deeper connections that enrich your life and contribute to your happiness. By stepping back from the incessant drama, you empower yourself to engage with family members who share a mutual desire for joy, authenticity, and understanding, ultimately creating a more supportive and serene family dynamic. Embracing this approach not only enhances your emotional health but also fosters an atmosphere where genuine connections can flourish, free from the shadows of melodrama. If you're still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 3 below to let me know that you're still watching. Thank you for your valuable time. Navigating relationships with neighbors and relatives as you grow older is a vital aspect of preserving your peace of mind and emotional well-being. As we age, the nature and dynamics of our relationships often undergo significant transformations. These changes can deeply impact our overall happiness and quality of life, making it all the more important to be intentional and thoughtful about the people we choose to surround ourselves with. Recognizing the types of individuals who may introduce negativity, stress, or emotional turmoil into our lives is a crucial first step in making informed decisions about who to engage with and who to distance ourselves from. This discernment is essential. Not all relationships are beneficial, and some may even be detrimental to our emotional health. Individuals who consistently drain our energy or bring about feelings of anxiety can weigh heavily on our spirits, undermining the joy we seek to cultivate in our later years. Being aware of the impact that certain people have on our mental state allows us to take proactive measures to safeguard our well-being. Fostering healthy relationships goes beyond simply avoiding toxic interactions. It also involves actively seeking out connections that uplift, inspire, and enrich our lives. These positive relationships can significantly enhance our quality of life, creating an environment where we can truly thrive. Engaging with supportive neighbors and relatives who resonate with our values, interests, and life experiences can lead to meaningful interactions that nourish our souls and contribute to our emotional resilience. As you reflect on your current relationships, it is vital to prioritize your happiness and well-being above all else. Seek out individuals who encourage you to pursue your passions, challenge you to grow in positive ways, and share in both your joys and challenges. These nurturing connections can create a robust support network that enhances your emotional health and fosters resilience against the inevitable ups and downs of life. Additionally, it is essential to be intentional about establishing and maintaining boundaries within your relationships. At times, this may require gently distancing yourself from those who consistently bring negativity into your life. While taking such steps may not always be easy, it is crucial for protecting your peace of mind. By ensuring that your surroundings, both immediate and extended, are filled with positivity and support, you create a nurturing atmosphere that allows you to flourish. In essence, as you navigate the complexities of relationships in your later years, remember that the quality of your interactions holds far greater significance than the sheer number of acquaintances you maintain. Cherish and invest in the bonds that uplift you, while also having the courage to let go of those that do not serve your well-being. Embrace the opportunity to cultivate a community rich in support, love, and positivity. By doing so, you ensure that your golden years are filled with joy, connection, and a profound sense of fulfillment that enriches your life journey. Thank you for joining us today as we've explored the important topic of the types of neighbors and relatives to avoid as we grow older, emphasizing the impact they can have on our peace and happiness. What have you learned from today's discussion? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Please share in the comments one key takeaway and how you plan to apply it in your life. If you enjoyed this video, please leave your comment below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more insightful content. Remember, nurturing the right relationships is vital for a joyful and fulfilling life.